Hello again, welcome back. Those of you who watch these videos regularly will have seen me talking about container ship fires quite often, and again last week. There was one incident last year of an onboard fire that involved a tanker that was quite significant, I think, and that involved the Stolt Groenland in the port of Ulsan at the end of September. You may remember there was a quite a large explosion and fire on the deck while it was in port, with another smaller tanker moored alongside. Fortunately, there were no fatalities. There were some injuries, and fortunately, there was nobody ashore was killed. Although the fireball did shoot up, enveloping a bridge, a road bridge. The Stolt Groenland was registered in the Cayman Islands, which asked the UK for assistance in investigating the incident. And the UK's Marine Accident Investigation Branch, MAIB, has released an interim report with its findings of what happened. So we know now what happened. We're not sure yet totally why. The basic facts are these. The ship was one of stock tankers, parcel tankers. It had carried several different cargoes from the US to Japan, and was then going to Ulsan to offload some more. It had already work cargo in Ulsan. There was some parcels had been delivered ashore and some transferred to another stock tanker. Amongst the cargo that was loaded in the US was some styrene from Ineos Styrenics for delivery to Samsung C&T in Korea. That was spread across 3 cargo tanks in the vessel. At some point, while it was moored alongside in Ulsan, the styrene began to polymerize spontaneously. As you'll no doubt know, polymerization is an exothermic reaction. The tanks heated up. There was vapor, styrene vapor coming from the pressure relief valves, and the deck ruptured in way of one of the cargo tanks with styrene. The escaping vapor ignited, and that's what caused the explosion. I had a message from MAIB just before Christmas, actually, asking me if HCB had any information on other similar incidents. Because in fact, MAIB had discovered that another Stolt tanker had had a similar situation with a polymerizing styrene cargo in November of last year, which was dealt with because there was no inhibitor available by moving parts of that cargo into adjacent tanks and flooding it with seawater, which did the trick. It didn't do much for the cargo, but at least it saved the ship. But they said to me, you know, is this a common thing? And I racked my brains and I thought, well, I think several years ago, I remember something, I don't remember the details offhand, but actually, no, it's not a big problem for tanker shipping. Of course, our friends in the tank container sector know only too well about polymerizing substances after the MSC Flaminia case. And I think that's quite telling, because polymerization occurs when there is insufficient or ineffective inhibition of that reaction. And the first thing you know about it is a rise in temperature. Now, if you've got styrene in a storage tank or on a seagoing tanker, you are normally aware of what's happening with the temperature. If you've got it in a tank container, say, or a rail tank car, then you may not know that it's polymerizing until it's too late. And certainly the incidents that I could recall mostly involved styrene being shipped by rail tanks in the US. However, MAIB is continuing with its work on this incident and would like to hear from anybody who has more information on the behaviour of styrene during transport and any incidents that have occurred. So if you've got any information for them, have a look at the MAIB website. You can find the interim report on Stolt Groenland there, and at the bottom there's some contact details to get in touch with them. So thanks very much for watching this. Let's see if we together can stop polymerization in transport. And if you like these videos, don't forget to subscribe. There's a button down there somewhere. See you next week.